Welcome back to What Are Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Doom Turtle, the T95. It's the Tier 9 American tank destroyer. It's located on the north spawn of Ruinberg, and yeah, Sly appears to be playing that a lot recently. And it's under the command of SlyMeerkat, and alongside him, well, somewhere, is Omen Enraged, his usual partner in crime, and he's in a standard B. Game on! Well, the Doom Turtle actually started out with two sets of tracks, and it was originally called something different. Yes, it was called the Heavy Tank number 28, and that was back in 1944. And then they changed its name and they called it the Super Heavy Tank number 28, and then it got another name. It got the T95, and then it changed back again, I think. And well, it did have separate sets of tracks as well, which could be added on, and you can see this version here. The T28 at tier 8 is basically the same tank, except that tank only has one set of tracks, not two. Well, in reality, the greatest hide-and-seek champion of all time, because yes, one got missing in a bush and was lost and then found again, so like 25 years later, actually is in perfect condition with both sets of tracks now applied, and is ready for display at the American Armor and Cavalry Museum.
Fall back from there.
Yes, Sly's doing a bit of a roundabout route to get to the enemy, and he's found one. It's a Cobra, and he's out the game just like that. He's got a 155mm gun capable of 750 alpha, and with the standard rounds it's capable of doing 276mm. With the APCR it does 320. He's ready to fire. Super Conqueror actually managed to block that. Would you believe it? I think it went into his tracks more than anything. But look at those other tanks trying to get the hell out of there before the Doom Turtle turns up and ruins their game. Yeah, that tier 9 gun, well, tier 10 gun, is capable of lethal damage on the enemy. And the Super Conk, well, he's staying there for the moment, and we're using the M103 as our backup. Now, originally it was an assault tank. It was designed to take on the Siegfried line, and they thought they needed something with a bit of punch. The first tank was actually armed with a 105mm gun, and then they put the 120mm gun on, then they put the 155mm gun on, but the one that has at the moment is just the 105, and the Super Conqueror could only damage our tracks there, but he's taken another round through his lower plate. But this one's a low roll, only for 666. Is that telling us something? Well, he did get a high roll the previous game, with previous shot with 839, and now Sly's decided to apply a bit of HE, or a bit of damage, a bit of APCR actually, on these tanks down this end. And it's very difficult for the enemy to block anything. Well, you see, he just blew that AMX M451 to pieces with one round. Even though it was aimed at the actual gun, it just hit the gun and bounced straight into the hull. About the only easy way of taking down this tank is actually to fire into the cupolas on top of the thing, but there is a weak spot in between the tracks. It just has massive frontal armor and space side armor as well, and the E75 takes another hit, but it's a low roll, 689. Now Sly's got 2 marks of excellence already. You can see he's waggling there to try and throw off the E75 shell if he tries to fire back. He tries to get a hit, but actually it does hit the vehicle, but it doesn't penetrate the armor. And now he's waggling again like a champion to stop him. And yeah, that enemy tank, the Type 4, was angling out, just trying to get a shot, and the standard B only gets 190mm round into us. Now we've turned on sideways there. For a moment I think we were going to get a chance at Type 4H. Yes, we are going to get a chance at Type 4H. Sly's going to drive down here and finish him off. Oh, before he does that, he gets the Object 277. He's now up to 4,500, in fact over 4,500 hit points of damage, and he's blocked 1,000 as well. Although he has taken some damage from the enemy. Takes around there in the tracks by the Type 4, but I think it's the Object 268 which is, yep, taking a hit for 684. And that Object 268's about to expire. He's only got 50 hit points left. But we're down on the enemy. We've only got, well, we're 4 down on the enemy at the moment. So Sly is really the one who's trying to keep them in the game. There's only 6 left on his team. Scratch that, now there's only 5 left on his team. In fact, that Object 268 version 4 managed to get around the corner without being taken out. And I think he's waiting for Sly to come a bit closer so he can put another round into him. Well, yeah, it did hit the tracks of the Wizzy 111 Model 14 and he's hit us back. But now it's another Wizzy 111, or is it the Type 5? The Type 5's trying to get a shot, but I think we'll put one into him. Yep, and it's a hit. It's a high roll for 792, but we did take a return shot from the Wizzy. He managed to get it into the cupola. He really needs to waggle to stop them getting that round in, because we are low on hit points now. But oh, the Wizzy 111 Model 14 got the kill in the end. So good fight. 6,115 recorded, 3,790 blocked. But he is out the game now. He did as much as he could. Omen Enraged is still in the game at the moment. Yep, he's up in the field, just south of the village. And it looks like the Cobra just emptied his magazine and took out the enemy Centurion 7-1. Yes, I don't think he expected 4 120mm rounds into him in quick succession, but that's what Cobras do. And I think the Cobra's met more than he can chew, because he's cut off in both directions. He can't move further down the road because there's that pair of Wizzy 111 Model 14s. And up in the village, we've got only got Omen Enraged to stop those enemy tanks from getting closer to him. And he's trying to position himself, but I think he's about to die, the Cobra, because I had the feeling that Object 277 or the Type 4H are going to finish him off. And in fact, it's the Type 4H. So only 2 left now. We've got the Striv 103B, who's way out in the field, and Omen Enraged has just gone, so it's just the Striv now. Unfortunately, we're not following what's going on, so I can't show you it. Yeah, Sly's very disappointed. He wanted more damage. He's desperately trying to get that 3rd mark of excellence, and so he was kind of let down. He felt that they could do more. He was basically the one who was doing most of the effort, and the game is over. Well, despite the fact that Sly didn't get a victory for this match, he did get his 3rd mark of excellence, as well as a first-class tanker for doing the most damage. Well, he certainly did the most damage, because he not only got a duelist for taking down 2 tanks that damaged him, and a fire effect for doing more damage to the hit points to his own vehicle, he got a high caliber as well for dealing the most damage in the game, and his win rate from that battle was 8,774, which is super unicum and quite a bit more, which shows his average is very, very high, because he tipped it over the edge into the 95 percentile, and now he has 3 marks of excellence on the barrel. Well done indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he definitely got the highest damage. 6,115 went to Sly. Second highest damage went to Omen Enraged with 4,605. And the third highest damage in the game went to that Object 268 version 4. He got a Top Gun and 4,347 hit points of damage. When it came to kills, yes, it was that 268 version 4. He got 6. 3 kills went to Sly and also to Omen Enraged, and then 2 kills went to the Standard B, or the other Standard B. No, that was Omen Enraged, sorry. The Cobra got 3 kills, Omen Enraged got 2. My apologies. The Wizzy 111 Model 14, that was one of the guys. In fact, I think that is the guy that kills Sly in the end. Yes, it is, I'm afraid. I'm not going to repeat his name because it's rude. But yes, he actually did get Sly's kill. And he got 2 kills, and the E75 he took out also got 2 kills in that game. When it came to base XP, I'm afraid Sly's in the other category, so he's in the losing team. But the high scorer was the Object 268 version 4. He got 1,248. 1,239 went to the Wizzy 111 Model 14 who killed him, and 1,104 went to the E75. And the next highest one after that was that Type 4H as well, who got 880. Then we got the other Wizzy 111 Model 14, and finally we've got Sly. So he actually came after all of these tanks in line, all the way down to the other Wizzy 111 Model 14. So there's 5 there. He's 6th place on XP. He fired 12 rounds in that game, got 12 direct hits on the enemy and 9 penetrations. So every shot hit the target, but just not every shot penetrated. I'm afraid a couple of those shots actually hit the front of the tank that he was actually aiming at just as they were pulling back. And he hit the drive wheel, but it didn't actually penetrate through the body because the drive wheel was sticking out in front of the hull, and it just clipped the end of it as it went past, but didn't actually go into the hull at all. 6,115 hit points of damage, the highest damage in the game, all of it done at close range. 16 hits received from the enemy. So if he'd actually survived the battle, then he might have actually ended up with a steel wall. 5 of those penetrated, 11 non-penetrations, goes to show how tough the armor is, and 3,790 hit points of damage blocked by armor. He spotted 2 enemy vehicles, damaged 7 of the enemy, killed 3, and he earned 66,078 credits for the game, 5,589 for courageous resistance. That's because he got an epic or battle hero medal in a losing or drawn game. His total came to 71,667 credits altogether, but after ammunition resupply and consumables and repair, and yes, he did use some premium ammo, he actually ended up with a loss of 23,273 credits. But, of course, he took away his 3rd mark of excellence, so I don't think he'll be worried about that in the slightest. 1,261 XP for the game. 700 for courageous resistance. Took away 1,962 experience points altogether. So, yes, he's getting mixed results on Ruinberg. Sometimes he's getting a 3rd mark and a win, and the other times he's getting a 3rd mark and a loss. It seems that Ruinberg is kind of lucky in one way and unlucky to him in another. But at least he's getting great results out of it, I suppose, if you think about it, because every time he seems to be playing it, he seems to be getting a mark or some kind. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.